Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 87 of Cameron's Nostalgia Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Strickle, and today I have with me Jim Rowley. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now, for any of you guys who don't know, Jim is a director and producer for Barney and Friends. And he also directed The Beat, Something Else,
Something
Sesame
else is the name of it. Yeah.
Sesame Street, Preparing for the Buyer's Eye, the music video Front Row, an acoustic concert experience, and the adventures of Donut Repair Club on tour.
Wow. You've got all my history there.
It sure was.
You know, Cameron, uh, those shows, The Beat and the other one called Something Else, those were many, many, many years ago.
And you directed Sesame Street.
No, I didn't do anything on Sesame Street.
Oh, okay. Let's begin our first question.
Okay.
How did you get interested in filmmaking?
Um, well, I actually started in radio. And that led me to work at a television station as an announcer. And while there, I became friends with people on the camera crew. And that got me interested in operating a camera at a television station. And that's what got me started with filming things, with putting things on videotape. And doing things visually instead of just audio like for radio.
Nice. So your first directing gig was The Beat.
Actually, well, my first directing was at a television station in Dallas, Texas, where we did some programs, musical programs. And then, because I kind of became known for doing that kind of show, uh, a company from Nashville came to Dallas to videotape the beat, and that's how I got the opportunity to direct some of those episodes.
Nice.
There was another gentleman who directed a lot of the beat as well, and his name was Tom Johnson, and he and I both worked at the TV station in Dallas where they videotaped the beat.
All right. And what was it like working on something else?
Something else was it was kind of like a local American bandstand, a dance show with music and kids from schools who came to the studio and danced to the music. and it was hosted by a very popular local DJ. And we did that for about 2.5 years. We had a studio in a big shopping mall in Dallas, Texas, and we had a little studio out there in the mall. So people would come and watch the show standing out in the mall looking through a big, giant plate glass window that you could look into the studio and see the kids dancing and see the show being taped. Excuse me.
And what was it like working on preparing for the buyer's eye?
Preparing for the fireside. I don't even recall that. What was that?
Preparing for the buyer's eye.
Yeah. Cameron, I honestly don't know. I don't have any recollection about that.
Sorry about that.
What else you got?
You worked on Front Row, an acoustic concert experience.
Yeah, I did a series of shows for Front Row, and we taped all of those in Fort Worth, Texas, with Christian musicians. And I think we did 4 or 5 different episodes with uh, mostly singers and instrumentalists. It was very nice, very well done, and good music. It was a good show to work on.
Nice. And what about the Donut Repair Club on tour?
Yeah, um, that was another production from the same group that did the front row videos, and that was with a group of young children actors, and it was also well, one thing that was very interesting about it later on. One of the little girls who was in that show was also, then she became one of the kids on Barney. Min. She was in the what was the what do you call it, the tour, the can't remember the name of it. And then she came to Barney. She was one of our little actresses on Barney, and now excuse me, she went on to become a dancer in has her own dance studio in Chicago, and she danced on Broadway in The Lion King. So she went on to a very successful career as a dancer after she was with us on Barney. I'm with you. I'm just kind of changing some lights. It's getting dark here.
It was Pia Manello.
Pia Manalo, right? That was her.
And Steve Axtell was a ventriloquist.
Uh, I don't know, Steve. Was he part of Barney? Was he on a Barney show or something?
No.
Okay.
Are you a Christian?
No, I'm not.
All right. What else do we have here? What was it like working on Barney in the Backyard Game?
I'm sorry, what was the question? Barney in the Backyard Gang?
Yes.
Well, there were a series of videos done called Barney in the Backyard Gang, and those were done before Barney got on PBS and became Barney and Friends. And excuse me, Cameron, I was not involved in those three videos, Barney and the Backyard Gang. I hadn't been hired to work on Barney. Other people did those shows.
And what was it like working on Barney's Great Adventure?
Barney's Great Adventure. I'm sorry, I got something in my throat. Well, that was one of the videos we did. Uh, and I will just tell you that all of those shows were very enjoyable to work on. The kids were fun to work with. We always had good music and nice sets and a great crew to work with. So everything I did with Barney was very, very pleasurable. Very happy to have done it. Worked with great people and great kids, most of whom, all of whom, who have uh, gone on to great lives as adults, doctors and lawyers and dancers and
Nice. And I have free copies of Barney.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I do have free VHS copies of Barney.
You do? Do you have the whole series or just three shows?
Three of them that you worked on.
Okay, which ones? Okay, I can't quite read it. Oh, fun and games. Okay, uh-huh. Yeah, that's a good one. What else you got? Good day, good night. Okay, yeah. Oh, is that the movie?
Yes.
Yeah. I uh I didn't direct the movie, but I did do some work on it. Yeah. Barney made a movie.
Sure was.
Did you see the movie? Well, of course, you've got the video. Did you see the movie in a theater?
It was on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So do you watch Barney?
Do I watch Barney?
Yes.
Um, well, when we were actually working, making the shows, watching Barney was part of what I did as a producer. You know, I had to review all the shows and all the videos we did, and uh, supervise the editing and the audio and all of that. So I got to watch a lot of Barney, yes. Since I left Barney, I no, I don't sit down and watch Barney. But I'll tell you this: uh, I try and stay up with news about Barney, and you know the new Barney animated things they're making, and there's been talk of making another movie about Barney. So I try and stay in touch with what's going on. Barney's a big part of my life.
What is your favorite Barney and Friends episode?
My favorite Barney and Friends what
Episode.
episode? Um, well, my favorite one would be uh, let me think if I can think of the title, Cameron. The show we did for NBC, where Barney and the kids get on a float with Professor Tinkerput. Did you see that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's my favorite one because it was a big production to work on. It took a long time to do it, and we had a big crew and big sets, and it was, you know, quite an adventure for us to actually produce that show. And so a lot of people worked on it, a lot of really good, talented people. But that's probably my favorite. Um, and then, you know, there are other videos that I really enjoyed working on that I thought were really good. And of course, you know, the everyday episodes that we did for PBS. Uh, I enjoyed working on all of that. So, but my favorite was probably I don't know, was it called Barney's Great Adventure? No, I'd have to think about it, Cameron. We did so many, I get confused about titles. Excuse me. I have a cat sitting next to me, and maybe maybe I'm getting choked up on his hair. Do you have a cat? You have a dog?
I named him Spooky.
Spooky. That's a good name. My cat sitting beside me, his name is Boomer. And we have another little cat called Squeaky.
All right. You directed a UK variant of the episode Coming On Strong.
I'm sorry, say that again, please.
You directed the UK variant of the episode Coming On Strong.
I don't recognize that. I don't think so. You haven't mentioned one thing I did. I went to London and directed the video of a live production of Bob the Builder. You know that show, Bob the Builder?
Yes.
Well, they did a live stage show with all the machines and all the characters in London, and I went over and directed the videotaping of that, and that was fun. That was a very different experience.
That's nice.
Bob the Builder.
All right. Was there cast members there
I'm sorry. What about cast members?
from London?
Well, there weren't any Barney cast members there. Uh, they were all people who'd been hired to to be the characters from Bob the Builder, and they were all in costume. And it was pretty fun. See those big machines driving around on stage, and it was a fun show to work on. I never got to see the video.
Me neither.
I'd like to see it sometime, see how we did. Maybe I could find it on YouTube.
I just watched the full movie on YouTube.
The Barney movie?
No, Bob the Builder.
Oh, you did. Was it good?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a movie about Bob the Builder?
Live.
Oh, okay. Hey, Cameron,
Yes.
there's my kitty. That's Boomer. Hey, Boomer.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a good cat.
So, if people want to contact you, where'd you find you?
Um, well, um, the best way, I guess, would be to find me on Facebook.
And do you have behind the scenes pictures or footage of Barney and Friends?
On Facebook,
Hmm.
I don't post anything about Barney, really. Um, Other people do that you see on Facebook, and I respond and comment to some of that stuff, but um, I don't really post Barney stuff. Sometimes a picture, but no, there are so many other venues, where you can see videos of Barney and everything that we did. It just doesn't. It's not necessary for me to be putting videos up there. You can find them all on YouTube. You can watch them all, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Jim, thank you so much for your time.
Well, you're welcome. I enjoyed talking with you, and I hope my camera didn't shake too much. I have a shaky hand. I've been holding my camera on my phone in, so I hope it didn't shake too much. Cameron, thanks for asking me to be part of your podcast, and when will it actually be on YouTube?
I've reached 100 videos of my show.
Yeah.
It'll make 101 episodes.
Wow. Okay. And it's called Cameron's
Nostalgia Podcast.
Cameron's what? Say it again.
Cameron's Nostalgia Podcast.
Nostalgia. Okay, good. All right. I'm gonna look it up. And anybody else from Barney?
Hmm.
Good question, huh?
Yes.
Okay, my friend, I'm gonna sign off, and I want to say thank you for asking me to be part of your podcast. And I hope you're doing well, and I hope you continue to do well. And I will be looking for your podcast. So I'll try and keep up with what you're doing.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, I just appreciate you calling me and getting me involved. I always like to talk about Barney. It was a special time in my life, and we got to do some very special things with Barney. So I never hesitate to respond when people say that they'd like me to talk about my experience with Barney. So once again, I appreciate you getting in contact with me.
Nice. Stay tuned for be more guests coming up. Until next time, peace.
Bye bye.